the hell? How do you open this? Ew, why is it so sticky? I hope it's not already used. Ew. It's so sticky. Oh shit. Oh, hi, I'm your host, Bubbles, where we talk politics, law, and propositions. In today's segment, we will be talking about Proposition 60 and whether or not condoms should be required during the filming of adult films. Joining me live on the air is Buttercup, who has more details regarding this controversial topic. Buttercup, you are live on the air.
Okay, California is a leading producer of pornographic films, with most production occurring in Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley.
Well, Buttercup, that's so interesting. I already love your research.
Anyways, the California Division of Occupational Safety and Health requires condom use during sex and pornographic films. However, California Division of Occupational Safety and Health generally enforced this requirement in response to complaints in November 2012. Los Angeles approved Measure B, which required pornography actors to wear condoms on set. Proposition 60 would require adult film producers to provide condoms and ensure that performers use them during performances in which performers actually engage in vaginal or anal penetration.
Already interested in your research, like, not even kidding.
You just love to interrupt me while I'm talking. Shut up. While condoms would not need to be visible in films distributed to consumers, producers would need to prove that condoms were used. The cost of performers' workplace-related medical examinations, STI tests, and STI vaccinations would be covered by the film producers under this measure. Adult film producers would be required to be licensed by the California Division of Occupational Safety and Health Administration every 2 years. Therefore, producers would be required to contact the California Division of Occupational Safety and Health Administration whenever they make an adult film. For adult industry responsibility, the campaign supporting the initiative has outraised opponents 9-1. As of October 27, 2016, supporters had raised $5 million, while their opponents, organized as the Coalition Against Worker Harassment, had received $532,288. The AIDS Healthcare Foundation is the sole contributor to the adult industry responsibility. Polls indicate that support for Proposition 60 is around 53%. Both the California Democratic Party and California Republican Party oppose this measure. You may now interrupt me. My report is done.
All right, well, Buttercup, thank you so much for the report. And as always, thank you so much for your respectful attitude. I love it. Of course I love it. Anyways, to change subjects, one of our other reporters is live on the air to talk about the origins of Proposition 60 and how it all got started. Blossom, you're live.
As the wonderful Buttercup already mentioned, California has always been a popular place for adult films, specifically the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles. Ever since the 1970s, this area has been a prime location for pornography. According to Paul Fisherman, the co-founder of AVN Media Network, Adult Video News Media, the San Fernando Valley offers low rents and access to mainstream movie businesses. Because of the short distance from Hollywood to the San Fernando Valley, it was easy for film staff such as directors and actresses to make the move and earn extra money. Once the internet became widespread, adult entertainment was easier to access and therefore industry dramatically increased. There are state laws already in place that require employers to protect employees at the workplace. The State Division of Occupational Safety and Health, Cal OSAA, cites the adult industries as workplace hazards, and the state board is responsible for adopting and updating these health and safety regulations. Employers who work on the set of an adult film are exposed to bodily fluids, specifically semen, which is a primary carrier of sexually transmitted infections, or STIs. On November 6, 2012, a measure was passed to enforce all adults to use condoms during film. This has already been a law since 1992. Spearheaded by Michael Weinstein, the president of the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, submitted a letter requesting a title and summary on January 12, 2015, and the measure was passed with a 55.9% of the vote.
Thank you for the information, Blossom. To my understanding, you also conducted some very controversial interviews asking people their opinion regarding the use of condoms during filming of adult films. But of course, before we show the interviews, we must first go to a short commercial break, and we'll be right back. Don't leave. While you go to commercial break, I'm gonna wipe my fingers because they're all grizzy from that little shit. Oh my gosh. We'll be right back. My girlfriend thinks I look cute wearing this tuxedo t-shirt. To impress her, I purchased one for every day of the week. One for Monday, one for Tuesday, one for Wednesday, one for Thursday, y otra para el party de los viernes. Buy yours at tuxtshirts.com or call 1-800-633-3334 to buy yours at the exclusive price of $10.99. Say bye to uncomfortable suits and say hello to sexy tux t-shirts. Hi, welcome back. As you might know, Blossom conducted some interviews earlier today. Blossom, you may continue with your interviews. You're live. The screen is yours.
What do you feel of the use of condoms in adult films?
Well, personally, for me, I feel like it depends on the actor and the producer. Like, there should be some producers that do allow the use of condoms, but it also depends on the actor whether, like, they feel like they'd be okay with a condom or not. That's what I feel.
Are you participating in this year's election?
Yes.
Do you know what Prop 60 is about?
I don't.
Well, Prop 60 is about where actors have to use condoms in pornography. How do you feel about that? I know her answer. Do you know what Prop 60 is?
No.
Prop 60 is where actors have to use condoms during pornography. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. It's weird. Why is that even a prop?
Do you know what Prop 60 is?
Yes, I do. It's the use of condoms in pornographic films.
What's your opinion about it?
I don't think the government should have a say in how they regulate films. I don't think it's necessary. It's up to the individual.
Will you be voting this year?
No, I will not be voting because I'm not a citizen.
Oh, I see. Do you know what Prop 60 is, though?
I do know what Prop 60 is. It's that people in the porn industry have to wear condoms, and I do not think that it should become enacted.
And why is that?
Because I kind of think it's like a personal choice for them to make that, and as long as they're like tested and safe beforehand, like there's no real reason. It's up to them, I guess.
Do you know what Prop 60 is?
No.
Well, Prop 60 is where actors have to use condoms during pornography.
That's... I don't really know what to think of that. 'Cause, I mean, on the one hand, it's their own choice, but on the other hand, I mean, is that really the government's job to regulate that? I mean, I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that one.
I see. Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Well, that concludes my interviews. Over and out. Back to you, Bubbles.
Blossom, thank you very much for those awesome interviews. It's always interesting to hear the different views and opinions that other individuals might hold and have. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the time is running out and we must say goodbye, unfortunately. Don't forget to tune in every single week for another news segment here in California News. Again, thank you so much for watching us today. We'll see you next week. And until next time, I'm sorry, one moment. I apologize. I just got word from one of my producers. He's saying that we have time for one more reporter who really wants to go live to emphasize on the pros and cons regarding Proposition 60. My dear friend Bunny, you are live on the air. Take it, baby.
First of all, thank you for having me here today. It is always a pleasure to be on live television. Briefly, I want to talk about the pros and cons of the proposition of condom use in film. Current worker safety laws already allude to condom use. The laws aren't enforced enough among adult film producers. The pros of enforcing this proposition will close all loopholes in existing law. It will give actors a better working environment instead of being harassed by producers. The proposition will therefore limit the amount of sexually transmitted diseases and save taxpayers money that would be needed to cover medical expenses. Even though there are numerous supporters like medical and public health organizations, most of the Democratic and Republican parties are opposed. The porn industry could move out of state and California would lose all of the money it's making from these types of films. All right, thank you so much for having me on your news channel. Back to you in the studios, Bubbles.
Bunny, well, thank you very much for clarifying the pros and cons for our audience. And remember that you as a viewer can contribute by either supporting Proposition 60 or not supporting it at all. Saying yes to Proposition 60 means that you agree to make it legally mandatory for porn actors to wear condoms during sexual performance. In the contrary, saying no to Proposition 60 means that you do not agree to make it legally mandatory for porn actors to wear condoms during sexual performance. You've all been informed, and it's up to you whether to vote yes or no. And by the time you go vote, it might be too late because this news are probably arriving a little late to you. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a loyal viewer to News in California. We will see you next week. And until next time, don't forget to stay safe. If you know what I mean. Bye. Oh my gosh, I hate this. Oh, it's so hot in here. Oh, get me out of here. Get me out of here.